Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the next update for my whole collection project pan. This video is a little bit later than normal this month because I've been a bit off with my filming schedule this past 2 weeks or so. I have been quite ill, or I had a cold, and then I went away for a weekend, and then I got my vaccine on Monday, which kind of knocked me out for the last couple of days, but I'm finally starting to feel a bit better. So I'm hoping to get back to filming this weekend and yeah, kind of go back into like uploading every other day again. But without any further ado, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just jump into the video. So if you haven't been following this project along, I am working on 10 items at a time, and I randomly generate them from my collection. So how I do it is that I put some kind of, I don't want to necessarily finish everything, I just kind of put some quite challenging goals on my items, because I just really want to get some decent use out of the products that I roll into this project. But I'm gonna start with eyeshadows, and all three of the eyeshadows that I have in right now is ones that I A, don't want to hit pan on, or B, already have pan on. So my usage rule for my eyeshadows in this project at the moment is 15 uses. So we're gonna start with the first one. So the first eyeshadow is one that comes from Cleona, and this is one of their glitter iridescent shades in the shade Gloaming. This is what this shadow looked like at the last update. At the last update I had used this 7 times, and I am happy to report that I have used this an additional 8 times, and I have hit my 15 use goal on it. You can definitely see that there is some use on it, but I'm nowhere near pan, and I didn't want to kind of force myself to hit pan on this or kind of dig a hole in the middle. I just kind of wanted to use this evenly because it is one of my more special shades in my collection. But I have now hit my 15 use mark on this, so this will be rolling out. The shade itself is like a green to pink mainly shift. It has some purple in it too and some other shades, but it's quite a shifty one, and I don't know if you can pick it up on camera because it does show up pretty white, but when you swatch it out you can definitely see it. I won't swatch it out in this video because I did roll it out, but if you do watch my last update you would have seen the swatch there. The next two eyeshadows are both shades that I rolled in at the last update, and the first one that I have is this one right here, which is Pegasus from Makeup Geek, and this is one of their foil eyeshadows. This is where I was with this shadow at the last update, so this is the one I already had pan on, and I have actually used this 7 times up until this update, and this is what the shadow looks like now. I don't know if you can see a massive difference in the pan. I have definitely used it kind of focused mainly in the center, but I haven't necessarily tried to expand the pan. I just kind of want to even out the sides a bit more. But yeah, 7 uses so far, so I have 8 more to go. And I am actually wearing this eyeshadow today. I am wearing it on the kind of inner half of my lid, but I do have a iridescent shade topped over it. But yeah, I am wearing this today. And just if you wanted to know what iridescent shade I have on top of it, I have one of my Glam Shop iridescent shades in the shade Turbo Miguelka, I think it is. It's one of kind of their more chunky iridescent shades, and this one shifts from a blue to like a pinky purple. Then the last eyeshadow that I have is actually one of my potted eyeshadows, and this one is my Chanel cream eyeshadow. It's the Illusion d'Ombre, I think it's how you pronounce it. French has never been my strong suit, but it is one of the cream eyeshadows in the shade Fantasme. So this is where I was with the shade at the last update, and this is more of a kind of glitter shade. It doesn't really have much of a base color, and maybe that is because it has dried out a bit and it mainly just gives off the glitter, but it still works fine, and I have used it 6 times in the past month, and this is what it looks like now. So definitely have a long way to go with this, both to finish this and also in this project. I still have 9 uses to go. I will try to really step on my usage game on this one to finish it up, or rather to hit my goal on this in the next month, because I do think I can do so if I just remember to use this, because it, like I said, it's more of a topper shade. So if I just remember to put it on top of other shades, I think I can definitely hit that goal. I mean, I could even have used this today instead of that iridescent shade, but I just really want to enhance that blue. But yeah, I think this will be nice for every day, so I'm gonna try to focus in on this and hit my goal on this in the next month. Next up, we have a product that has been in this project since the beginning, and that is my Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. This one I have been working on very kind of consistently as an eyeshadow primer. I am wearing this today. I wear it every time I do my makeup now, and I have reached for this 32 times in the past month. And guys, we're getting really low with this. This right here is where we are now, and when I squeeze this out now, I really have to like squeeze it. I don't just have to press it, I literally have to like start to squeeze this over, which means that I know that I'm getting close with this. So I might actually be able to finish this in the next month. I don't know if I actually will yet, but I'm really gonna push for it. And obviously I'm using this every day, so I don't really feel like I can use it more than I already am. But this will definitely be done either next month or the month after. But I'm very excited because when I first rolled this in and it was all the way up there, I did not think I would finish this at all in this project. I thought I would get tired of this before finishing it, but I'm very excited to be so close, and this will be rolling out relatively soon. Next up, we have a product that I haven't been doing too great with. That is my Benefit What's Up highlighter. My goal with this is to use it 50 times, and I have only used it 8 in the last month. So this is a beautiful kind of highlighter shade. It looks like this. It is a little deep for me, but when I do have fake tan on, it's really beautiful. It kind of makes me look even more tanned. So I do like this product, but I really should try to use it as much as possible in the next month, because I'm worried about this getting too deep for me in the kind of autumn months. So I need to focus on using this, but it's just one thing that I used to have to think about adding to my routine. And I am planning a powder highlight at this moment as well, so I feel like my focus has been there instead of with this one. I am wearing that powder highlight today, for example, but yeah, I just need to make a mental note to reach for this more, because 8 times in a month is not great for me, especially when I have the goal of 50. However, one product that I have done pretty well with is my Hourglass Ghost palette. It's one of the ambient lighting palettes in the shade Ghost, I guess. And the item in here that I was working on is the bronzer, and that is in this shade Eternal Bronze Light. So since I'm also panning a bronzer in my yellow product pan, I decided to put the goal in to use this 30 times. And as of the last update, I had used this 12 times, and I'm happy to report that I have used it the additional 18 times. So this is what the product look like now. I definitely think I have evened out a little bit. It's not as domed anymore, especially compared to the other products in here. Don't mind this one. I did take a whole chunk of that highlighter there, which was so upsetting when it happened, but it's fine. It's just powdered, but it was because this was so brand new to me and I had an accident. It made me so upset, but doesn't matter. It still works fine, so it's okay. But I have hit my goal on this bronzer, which is gonna be good, so I'm gonna roll this out as well. And yeah, I'm excited to have used this palette, and in conjunction of using this, I did use this blush a bit, I did use this highlighter a bit, but I don't think I actually touched the powders or this blush down here, but at least I got some use out of it. And I did really love this palette, and it's also my first experience with a bronzer and a blush from Hourglass. I have had the small trio of ambient lighting palettes. I have tried the powders and the highlighter before, but not the rest. So yeah, I'm excited to roll this out and replace this at the end of the video. The next one is another exciting product, because it's another one that I have actually finished. This one is my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and I have reached for this an additional 16 times in the past month, and I did actually take out the stopper of this product. I don't know if I did it in the past month or if I did it the month prior, but the stopper is out, and I did scrape everything I could out of here, and it is completely done. So this is what the one looks like when I take it out, scraping the sides. So I am calling this quits. It took me 82 uses in total since rolling it into this project to finish it, and I'm happy that it's done now. However, I feel like my preference has changed when it comes to my brows. I do love doing the soap brow method, which is also what I'm wearing on my brows today, more than doing the kind of brow gel method, but I might pick this up again just to have a brow gel in my collection for the days that I can't be fussed doing the brow or like a soap brow method, or when I'm on the go or something like that. But I do have a colored brow gel, so I'll see if I like that equally as much as this, and if not, I might pick this up again in the future. But for now, I think I'm happy that this is finished, and I'm going to just focus on the other brow gel that I have at the moment and see how I like it. But this has always been my top favorite brow gel, so I might, as I said, pick this up again later down the road. So as always, we have the lip products last. I have 3 lip products in this product at the moment. The first one is this liquid lipstick right here, which is from KVD Beauty, and this is one of the liquid lipsticks in the shade Berlin. With this one, I have a goal of reaching for this 30 times, and as of the last update, I had only used this twice, which wasn't great, but I have actually stepped up my usage game quite a bit with this, and I have used it an additional 14 times in the past month for a total of 16 uses. So if I stick with using it another 14 times in the next month, I will be able to roll this out, and that will be my goal because I feel like this shade isn't very kind of autumn wintry, so I want to kind of roll this out as soon as I can. So I will try to focus in on this and get it out by the next update. So then we have this lipstick right here, which is my Burberry lipstick in the shade Tea Rose. With this one I had a goal of using it 50 times, and as of the last update I had used this 14, so I needed to use this 36 more times in this month. And as of right now filming, I have actually used this 35 times, so I am 1 use away. But I have decided to roll this out because I am filming in the morning and I will edit this in the afternoon after work, so I'm filming this on the day it will go up. And after lunch I will definitely reapply this for my final 50 use, and after that it will be the 50th use. So I will technically hit my goal on this before this video goes up, but I just have to film before work, so I haven't quite gotten there yet. But I will roll this out anyway and just use it that final time at lunch. And yeah, I'm excited for that because I did not think I would hit my goal with this, because I didn't think I would use it the 36 times in this past month. But it's been quite an easy shade to put on. It is, like I said, what I'm wearing on my lips today. It is like a pinky kind of mauve tone. It has a little bit of a shine to it. It's almost like a little bit frosty, but it almost just comes across as like a sheen on the lips. So I do like it, and I'm happy that I kind of rediscovered this again in my collection, and I will now roll it out and replace it with something new. And also to show you, I did get quite a big chunk out of this lipstick gone. I don't have any before pictures, but you can see that the bullet is getting shorter, which is exciting. So at least those 50 uses did some good damage to this bullet as well. Then the final lipstick that I have is one that I rolled in at the last update, and this is one of my Chanel Rouge Coco Shines in the shade Boy. So this one is kind of like, it's again like a mauve shade, but it's more of a kind of browny mauve shade, and it's a very sheer lipstick. This one doesn't show up too much on my lips. It's more of a kind of my lips but better shade, but it's been really nice to wear, especially when I wear kind of more intense eye looks, especially on an everyday basis, because on camera I do tend to pair my intense eye looks with a little bit more of a bolder lip, not super bold but a little bit more, just so they show up on camera. But in everyday this is perfect to pair with those kind of bolder eye looks, and I have reached for this 18 times in the first month of it being in, so I definitely still have a way to go. I have 32 uses to go with this, but I think this will be my next kind of everyday focus shade now when I have rolled that Burberry shade out. So hopefully I will be able to roll this out by the next update, but we'll see. But it's nice to have this in the rotation. So it's time to roll in my items, and I have hit my goal on 4 of the items, so I will go ahead and roll in 4 new products. Just to refresh you on my rules, I don't want to have more than 3 items from each product category. So I don't, for example, want to have more than 3 in each category. So like 3 lip products, 3 eyeshadows, like 3 blushes, or like cheek products, things like that. So right now I can roll in 1 more eyeshadow and 1 more lip product, and then the rest is kind of like, I think, miscellaneous products. But we'll see how it goes. Usually I roll eyeshadows first because that's what I have the most of. But my spreadsheet is not quite up to date. I'm still waiting for an order to get to me, or like some products to get to me. And then once they get here, I will fully update my spreadsheet. But it's not quite up to date. So if I happen to roll something that is already in a project, or I hit my goal on already, or like it used up, I will re-roll. But let's just go ahead and pick the numbers. And the first one will be number 259. Okay, so the first product that I rolled in is actually an eyeshadow, which I suspected, and it comes from my Juvia's Place Deuce palette, and it is the shade Mont Blanc, which I believe is the silver shade on the bottom row, so that's going to be exciting to work on. And now when I have chosen my last eyeshadow, I will remove the eyeshadows from my kind of randomization, because I do have them at the start of my spreadsheet. So I'm going to scroll down all the way down past my eyeshadows and pick the starting number after that, which is going to be 690. So I'm now rolling between 690 and 952. So the next number will be number 928. Okay, so 928 is one of my lip glosses, and this one comes from Maybelline, and it is in the shade Cashmere Rose. So with that, we also have all of my lip products that I can have. So I'm going to remove the lip products from my randomization like I did with my eyeshadows. I'm going to roll in the last 2 items. Okay, so now we have 690 to 796, and let's go ahead and randomize the last 2 items, which will be 735. 735 is a blush, and this one, it comes from Clinique, and it is in the shade Plum Pop. And then the very final item will be number 788. Okay, so 788 is actually a product that I'm already working on in a different project. That is my RCMA No Color Powder. So I will re-roll because I'm already working on that. So the very final item will hopefully be number 774. Okay, so that's another product that I actually have finished, so we have to re-roll again. That was the Concealer and Define Foundation by Revolution, so that is already finished. Let's go ahead and randomize again, and it's going to be 725. Okay, so it's not ideal because it is another blush, and I feel like I'm getting very overwhelmed with my blushes, but that's okay. 725 is my Rocketeur blush from Benefit. So we're going to get those 4 items, and I will be right back. So I'm back and I have all my new items, and I did actually swatch out the color story as well with all of the products that I'm working on, all the colored products. But we're going to start by showing you the eyeshadow that I rolled in. And like I said, that comes from the Deuce palette by Juvia's Place, and it was exactly the shade that I thought it would be. It is the silver shade here on the bottom called Mont Blanc. I actually don't know if I reached for this shade. Maybe I have once or twice, but nothing that I can recall, so it will be nice to work on this. And since I don't have pan on it, and it's not one of my special shades, my goal with this will be to hit pan on it. So that's going to be the first item, and let me go ahead and show you the swatch. So there you have the shade Mont Blanc together with the other 2 eyeshadows. We have Pegasus, we have that glittery shade from Chanel, and then we have Mont Blanc there. So those are the 3 eyeshadows that I'm going to work on. Then let's move on to the blushes. The first blush that I rolled in is my Clinique Plum Pop blush. And this one is actually my favorite from Clinique. I really love this one, and it looks like this. I will show you the swatches in a second, but I'm also going to show you the other blush, which is Rocketeur from Benefit. This one is more of a kind of neutral toned blush, and it looks like this. It's actually another one of my favorites, so I'm excited to work on both of these. I'm just a bit frustrated with rolling both of these in at the same time, but I'm going to show you what they look like. So first of all, that we have the What's Up highlighter, we have the Plum Pop blush, and then we have Rocketeur. So at least they are different tones, which is nice, but it's not ideal for me to roll both of these in because I'm also planning 2 other blushes, one that I want to completely finish this year and one that I want to use 30 times. So with like these 2, I usually put the usage goal of 30 or 50 uses on my cheek products. However, since I'm already planning 2 blushes, I feel like I just want to put in 20 on each of these. I don't know, so part of me is feeling that's cheating, but also I just feel like I would be so overwhelmed if I need to reach for all of these 30 times each. So yeah, I think I'm going to put 20 usage on both of these, and that will kind of help me to still make progress on my other 2 blushes. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with these. Then we have the final product I'm rolling in, and that's going to be a lip gloss from Maybelline. This is one of their Color Sensational Shine glosses in the shade Cashmere Rose. It is this kind of nudie peachy shade right here, and I have swatched it out. So first of all, that we have a Berlin from KVD Beauty, we have the Chanel Boy lipstick, and then lastly we have the lip gloss right there. So you can see that it's not that kind of much color payoff, but it does give a little bit of color. And my goal with this, I think, will be to use it 50 times because glosses is something that I can easily reapply, especially if my lips are a bit dry. So 50 uses on this, I think, will be reasonable. I am currently panning a different gloss, but I'm going to try to focusing on finish that first and then focusing on this. So I don't know how much progress I will make on this in the first month, but once that lip gloss is done, I definitely think I can hit that 50 usage goal quite soon. So that is the last product that I'm rolling in, and with that I am wrapping up this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and let me know how you're doing with your products down below, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys!